Tonight, from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here. Between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway here in London. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off-play action. Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 4. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Give to Cook out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And again, it's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKenzie. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. It's Davis. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time, and it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 38, Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Second and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Forced out to his left. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
That's a nice job there knowing what his options are. He's out of the pocket to his left. And I thought maybe think about running with this one, but he uses his vision instead. Finds his man on the left sideline, and they convert on 3rd down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
A final shot before half for Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And he will be able to recover this himself to prevent a wacky ending here. But that will be how this first half comes to an end. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Allen going to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie from 8 yards out. And the Bills have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. On the slant, he's got Hardman. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the play book, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Yeah, this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence or maybe starts a new streak now because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's in Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
Well, Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They drive some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Running it with a fullback, Burton. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Butker now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively, they'll say you can have that. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Allen. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And now it's 2nd down. Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. This from 51 yards for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Left side caught by Diggs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. Now, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Mahomes now on first down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mahomes. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Mahomes will throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So it's a win for the Chiefs here. And no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he was instrumental in earning this victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.